Me as Lexi, and I am here tonight to share my story with you of how I went from a senior buyer at a corporate office to a small business owner to becoming that girl. Okay, so I'm super excited to share my story with you guys, and tonight I'm gonna do it with a little bit of a twist. I don't know why I feel so nervous right now. I've told my story so many times, but most people, including myself, we all start our story from the beginning, right? And that's how I was gonna start it. But I have to tell you guys that we were just at dinner, and I'm actually gonna start my story with a little bit about what this business has been able to do for me, because I just feel like God works in mysterious ways. And we were at dinner and having this conversation, and I got emotional at dinner, and it was just so fitting. So I'm going to start there, and then I will take you back. So we were sitting at dinner, and we were talking about the fact that our daughter is turning 7 in a couple of weeks. And we were talking about her birthday party, and I'm going to try not to cry, but you guys, it just happens, okay? It's the Monet effect. It just makes you cry, okay? But we were talking about her birthday party, and we were talking about all these different things that we were doing, and we're kind of going all out because everybody can be together again. And it took me back to a place when we were planning her 4th birthday party. So about 3 years ago, I've been with this business for 3.5 years, okay? So about 3 years ago, I remember we were trying to plan her 4th birthday party. And I remember being at my mom's house, which is where my sister and I ran our online shop, our small business. And I remember being, I'm going to cry. Already, I'm not even 2 minutes in, I'm going to cry. I remember being so upset, and I vividly remember my mom hugging me, and I was so upset because I couldn't afford to give her the birthday party that she wanted, or the birthday party that I felt like she deserved, okay? She's a little girl. She loves princesses. I wanted to do this big party, and I wanted Rapunzel to come, and I wanted to get the best cake and the best decorations and the best of everything. And I vividly remember my mom hugging me as I was sobbing into her shoulder because I couldn't do it. I couldn't afford her birthday party the way that I wanted to do it. And I remember, thank God, my mom is a blessing. She's the biggest blessing. Oh my God. And she said to me, she's like, it's okay. We got it. She's like, I'll pay for it. So my mom, God bless her, she paid for the whole birthday party, and we got the princess, and we got the decorations, and we got the best cake, and we got everything. And it was just a hard pill to swallow because I had never been in that situation. I'm going to take you back so you understand where I was. But the conversation that we were having at dinner is everything that we're doing. And I remember I just sat there and I'm like, do you know how good it feels to be able to give her, she's turning 7. And do you know how good it feels to be able to give her the birthday party that she wants? To be able to give her everything that she wants. And she's not a spoiled brat, but we're going to have a science party, and we're going to get all the kids lab coats, and we're going to make slime, and we're going to do everything. Like if she wants a princess, there's going to be a princess. If she wants a balloon arch, there's going to be a balloon arch. And that is one of the biggest things that this business has blessed myself and my family with. And it's not about the money. It's not about giving us money. It's about putting somebody in a position to be able to do the things that they want to do, okay? And I couldn't do that before. So now that we're all crying, okay, everybody wipe your noses. I wish I had a tissue. Okay. Wipe your noses, wipe your tears, because I'm going to take you back, okay? And I'm gonna get you back to where we are now. So, I'm a wife. I'm a mother of a almost 7-year-old little girl, okay? I am one part of a big fat Greek family. Family is everything, okay? Family first is our motto. And before I started this business, my life was about stress, because in my mind, stress is how life is supposed to be. You're supposed to be stressed out. So I went to FITM. I'm a fashion girl. I went to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. I graduated, and I really wish I had brought a tissue. I didn't know I was going to cry so much. Okay. I wish I had graduated, and I immediately got a job. Give me some love if you guys remember the Wet Seal and R&B, okay? I am a working person. I like to work. I like to be busy. I like to work in an office. I like to have my things to do. So I got a job, and I had to start kind of at the bottom, okay? I started in the real estate department. I had got my foot in the door. I worked my way into the fashion side, and I started as an assistant buyer, and then I worked my way up to associate buyer, then I was a buyer, and then I finally became a senior buyer. I was at that company for almost 15 years, okay? I'm a lifer, okay? And we always said, she's never going to leave this company. Well, the company went out of business. So before that, I was there for almost 15 years. Everybody wanted to be a buyer. That's what I wanted to be. And I loved fashion. And I'm like, I get to be paid to go shopping. Okay. And buyers make a really good living. If you know anything about the fashion industry and being a buyer, especially a senior buyer, you make a very good living. But what comes along with that is stress. What comes along with that is not being home. It's not being present. But we didn't have a family at the time. So I was traveling a bunch and I was super stressed out. Like the hours were long in high heels all day long and the stress was immense. Okay. Fast forward, really going to try to do this without crying so much. Towards the end of my career there, I unfortunately lost my dad. Okay. That full-on daddies, my sister and I are full-on daddies girls. That was something that completely rocked our entire world. And it could have ruined us, the fact that we are so close. And it was a really, 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 really hard time. So I took some time off work. And when I finally went back, everything had changed in the company. It was even more stressful than it was before. So I'm going from losing my dad, which is still so painful, 8 years ago, okay, losing my dad, to going back to work. I got pregnant, okay, so I had a baby, which was great. She is the biggest blessing. Once I had the baby, I took a long maternity leave and I went back to work because that's what you do. My baby was with a nanny all day long. I remember the day that I went back to work, I picked her up out of her crib. She was still sleeping. I held her in my arms. I gave her a kiss and I put her back in her crib. She was asleep. I didn't get home that night until she was about ready to go to bed again. And that's how it went every single day. But again, I was conditioned to think that's how it's supposed to be. You went to school, you got a job, you were stressed out. You don't get to see your family because that's what you do, right? So then work life got super stressful. The business was going downhill. If you're in the fashion industry, you know, I feel you. It's a stressful place to be. And I'm sorry, but I'm so thankful I'm not in that grind anymore. Business was going down, but no matter what, no matter how bad the business was, we still got a paycheck. So, you know, we kind of dealt with it. But then things got so stressful. So again, I'm dealing with losing my dad, having a baby, not seeing her, going back to work, being so stressed out. And I finally had a break. I had a break, a complete breakdown, and I decided to quit my job. I quit my job, and it was the scariest thing I had ever done because I'm like, what am I going to do now? This is all I know, okay? My sister and I started a business. So my sister used to work at my dad's office. So her and I were in this place of, what are we going to do? She was having a hard time going back to work without my dad being there. And we're like, you know what? We're going to start our own business. And, you know, and our older brother told us, he goes, with your family behind you, you cannot fail. We're like, okay. So we went into this business like it was legit. Like we went into this business like we are going to win. We are going to be entrepreneurs. We started this business, okay? We put pretty much most of our savings into this business, okay? We put a lot of money, $35,000. I'm just going to put it out there for everybody so you can understand what it really costs to start a business, okay? But in the first couple of years, we started our business with Instagram. We grew with Instagram when Instagram was still chronological, so we grew really, really quickly. We were kind of one of those first people that started to do the kids' t-shirts with the funny sayings on them and the mommy and me matching things. And the first couple of years were great. We had visions. We had the saying, we're like, in 5 years, because we thought in 5 years, we are going to be set. We have our business. We're going to cruise into the office. We're entrepreneurs. We are mompreneurs. We are going to do this. We're going to cruise into the office, make sure everything's good. We're going to be like, okay, catch you later. We're going to go to lunch, go work out. We're going to go pick up our kids. And it was the complete opposite, okay? You think that being an entrepreneur is this like big, beautiful, amazing thing, you guys. You have to put all your money in, all your time in, and you have to be even more stressed out. So I went from a situation of being super stressed out to being even more stressed out. We physically couldn't make an income without physically being there. because we did everything, okay? You want to start a website? That's what we were, an online store. It cost thousands of dollars to have a website developed and maintained. We did that. We had to develop all of the product. We had to get all the product manufactured. We had to receive all the product. We had to physically be there to pack it up and ship it. We had to be the ones that were customer service to everybody. So this life of freedom that we thought we were going to have from being entrepreneurs was not there, but we're like, it's okay. We're going to stick with this. Well, lo and behold, the business started to suffer. And that's just what happens. You guys, like when Target starts making t-shirts like you have, you cannot compete. People were not buying our stuff. We got to the point where every time there was a market that was drivable, we went everywhere from Costa Mesa to Las Vegas, Arizona, Phoenix. We went all over the place. We would literally pack up her car to the brim, physical labor, getting up and packing up her car and driving wherever we could to set up a booth so people could come buy our stuff. And then we would break it down, stay in some like cheap hotel, go back the next morning, set it up so people could maybe buy our stuff, being away from our families. And to what? To maybe break even because we couldn't sell anything on the website. Okay, this is what we were doing. From the outside, people are like, oh, you guys are amazing. You're these big entrepreneurs. Like, we're so proud of you. You go, girls. Like, look at you guys with your own businesses. And we're like, hey, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're like, oh my God. Meanwhile, the business had gotten so bad that we had to stop paying ourselves. And we weren't paying ourselves that much to begin with. So imagine me going from making an insane living, okay, to making an okay living, but we're building our own business, so it's okay. It's going to pay off in 5 years, right? To making nothing. And not only making nothing, but stress. You literally feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And we had no way out. We used to have nervous breakdowns in Starbucks. I'm surprised they didn't kick us out a couple of times. We had nervous breakdowns at our mom's house. That's where we operated our business. And to have our mom have to see that and for her to be helped, she's like, what can I do? Can I just buy all the inventory? We're like, no. It was just a bad situation, okay? And it's one of those things where if you are somebody out there that's watching this and you're in a situation where you feel like there is no way out, maybe you are buried in a mountain of debt. Maybe you have that job that is stressing you out so much, but it's all you know. You don't know anything else. Whatever it is, I am here to tell you and I am here to prove it to you that there is another way, okay? So within this time, thank God, God works in mysterious ways again. He put us in the path of Krista. Salvage Soul. I know you all know who she is, okay? So we started working with her. She was like our muse. She was like the badass mom with the badass kids. And we did photo shoots together. We were on KTLA News together, like, you know, with the fashion show. And we became friends. And so we were in touch. We were part of her Riot Social Club, all the things. And we became, like I said, we became friends. And in this time of our business starting to suffer, I will tell you, and I want you guys to tell me if you say this, I was the queen of no time. I had no time. And I mean no time. I have a young baby. I have a big family. I have lots of friends. I have this business that if I don't physically post, no one's going to buy anything. If we didn't post, nothing sold. It was like we were trying to save this business. And when you own your own business, it's not like a 9-to-5. It's a 24/7 business with the stress of it not working, with the stress of how are we going to save it, right? So I had no time. I literally didn't. But yet I found myself having time to scroll social media. And if you think I'm talking to you, I'm probably talking to you, because if you say you have no time and you were able to watch this 20-minute live, you have time to do this business. I am here to tell you that, okay? So in that time that I had no time, I was scrolling social media and I came across a photo of Krista. And she was legit glowing. And I'm like, oh, what is happening? She had this transformation. And I immediately slid into her DMs and I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? What are you using? Your hair looks amazing. And I remember the picture so vividly in my mind. I wish her Instagram didn't get hacked because I would love to go find it. I would love to see those first DMs that we had. And this is how the conversation went. Literally. Oh my God, what are you using? She goes, oh, it's Monat. Have you heard of it? And I'm like, no, but I want some. Give it to me. And she goes, why don't you try selling it? And I said, hell no. I do not have time for that. I'm not I am busy. I do not have time. I am not that girl. Okay. I just want some shampoo. And she said, Well, it pretty much sells itself. And I said, fine, okay. So I was an easy sell. I signed up within 3 seconds because I had no intention of making this a business. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll buy your shampoo. I'm going to try this shampoo. I knew I had a 30-day money back guarantee if I didn't like it, so I could just send it back and move on with my life. But I wanted to try it because I don't know if you know this, but my hair is super curly. It's super frizzy. It's super unmanageable, okay? I was getting keratin treatments twice a year because my hair was super frizzy and to get the frizz away. They're expensive. They are chemicals all over your head. They used to have to put fans on my face because the chemicals were burning my eyes, but I didn't care because I wanted it to be easy to do my hair. It took me 40 minutes to blow dry. Then I had to flat iron it and like it was just a mess. So I'm like, I want to try some of this stuff. Again, no intention of doing this as a business. Although if we're going to be honest, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, if I can make a couple extra $100, I don't think that would hurt. I'm sure that, like that would be great. Okay. So I get the box, I wash my hair, and I was shook. I was literally like, what just happened? I have used it all, you guys. I was using the best stuff from the best salon, all of it. I used to change out my shampoo and conditioner like every other month because you get that shampoo hangover. You know the one I'm talking about. So I washed my hair. It took me 10 minutes to blow dry. It had looked like I just got a keratin treatment and I was like, what? So I immediately took to my Instagram, which keep in mind was a private account with about 300 followers. I had no social media following. Do not look at me now and say, I can't do that. Look at me 3.5 years ago and say, that's me. Okay. I had no following and I didn't even know what I was doing. I had never spoken on my stories. I didn't even know what Insta stories were really new. Okay. They were so new that I can't even scroll back and find my first post. I have a saved video, but there's no archive. And I took to my stories and I immediately was just like, you guys, I didn't even know what it was called. I didn't even know. I didn't know what was in it. And I literally was like, okay, I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I just used the shampoo. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic is in it, but holy shit. I'm like, it just took me 10 minutes to blow dry my hair. It just took me it looks like I just got it like keratin treatment. Like, I don't know what is happening, but I am in love. Right away messages. And I was like, oh my God, she was right. It sells itself. So I started selling a lot of shampoo because I believed in the product. And I was like, I'm not running this business, but I legit was like, everybody needs to try this. Like if I've tried everything and I'm shook, everybody needs to try this. So I sold a lot of shampoo. And I used to get messages from Chris and she's like, okay, your volume is insane. Let's get you a team. And I was like, nope. And she'll tell you, I did not want a team. Christina will tell you too. I did not want a team. Okay. Not going to have it. I'm like, this is not my business. Okay. I have a business. I'm good. I wasn't good, but I'm like, I'm good. Okay. So I just kept selling shampoo and slowly but surely, like we're trying to save this business. I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is my little side gig, whatever. And that's how I kept it. But the reason that I wasn't able to do anything with it and progress is because I didn't have the vision. I didn't see it as a business. But then I started seeing some girls that I joined with. I don't know if you guys know Nicole Fink, Nicola Nelson, like all these girls, like those are my friends. We all kind of joined at the same time. Lauren Popoff, okay? All directors, some of the $1 Million Club already, okay? These are the girls I joined with and I could see them doing things. And I'm like, wait a second. If they can do it, I can do it. So I flipped the switch and I went for it. And I had to make that decision because I knew that during this time when the business started going down, I needed a paycheck. And I made the decision to just go for it. And I threw my F's out the window and I was like, you know what? What do I have to lose? And I started running with this business. And my sister will tell you that I started packing packages and I was listening to trainings. I started, when we were doing everything, I had my headphones in, listening to trainings. I was messaging people. I will tell you guys, I was the queen of no time, but I also had 3 hours every single night to unwind on this couch right here behind me. 3 hours every single night watching Bravo because I needed to unwind. I was spending my time doing nothing, but I had no time. So I took that time watching Bravo and I built a business. There's people that are on my team that are getting close to director that I signed up as my very first VIP on that couch. So if you are sitting there telling yourself that you don't have time, you are wrong. You do have time. I was the queen of no time. So I started building my business, okay? I went all in. I jumped in with both feet and I'm like, okay, let's see what this can do. And I'll tell you what it did. Within a year and a half of working this as my side hustle, my side business, okay? Not my main business. Within a year and a half, I was able to match the income that it took me 15 years to make at a corporate office. Okay? So if you are working at a corporate office for somebody else and you are building somebody else's dream and you are busting your booty, and for me, it didn't matter how long I worked. It didn't matter my hours. It didn't matter how stressed out I was. It didn't even matter how good my business was. I was getting like a 3 to 5% raise every year. And my business was good. Where's Emily Banks? If she's on this, she was my assistant buyer at the time. We sold bottoms. Our denim business was good. But it didn't matter. They got to decide what kind of raise I got. They got to decide what I deserved to make on my paycheck. But I was the one that was busting my ass. Okay? So I realized that if in a year and a half I could match this income with a side hustle that it took me 15 years to make at a corporate office, there's something going on. I also earned my Cadillac in that time, which I did not sign up for. I'm like, what is even happening that I have a Cadillac in my garage? I became a 3-share founder in this company, which means every quarter I am given 3 shares of the company's profits for life. That is life-changing. Okay, I busted my butt to get that too. Okay, so from that, at this time, my sister had already joined me. I busted in one day and I'm like, you're doing this with me. And she was like, okay, I'll let you tell her side of the story. I'll let her tell you her story. So she had joined me and we realized that we were basically over here. We were pouring blood, sweat, and tears into our business for nothing. Literal nothing. For inventory in our garage, all of our money was gone. That $35,000 that we invested into this business was gone. It was replaced with inventory and debt. So we're pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into this for nothing. And over here, we're talking about shampoo and we're hanging out with people and we're sharing our beauty products and we're having fun and we're making money. I'm like, so we made the decision that we were going to switch our hustles. So I don't care if you're sitting there right now and you're like, I don't need this business. Neither did we. But this business, I'm telling you guys right now, was the safety net that we needed when we didn't even know we were going to need a safety net. When we decided to change this, I was already an MM. I was a market mentor in the company. I was making a decent income. Okay? Because of this business, we were able to keep our business and do it. You guys, this business allows you to pursue a passion. It allows you to pursue another business. It allows you to open another business without worrying about that business having to pay you. This will pay you, you guys. So from doing that was a year and a half in. We are now 3.5 years later. So that was 3 years ago. Okay. It was the best decision I ever made. That team, I don't want to get emotional because I'm going to get emotional. That team that I didn't want is everything to me. A lot of people message me and comment and talk to me and they're like, you pour so much into your team. Of course I do. I'm nothing without them. They're some of my closest friends. They are some of I literally cannot live without them. And I'll tell you what this business has been able to do, okay? Other than being able to give my daughter the birthday party that she so deserves, it has done so much. It has provided me, the queen of no time, with time freedom. How about that? The queen of no time now has time freedom. I took a nap today. How about that? That never happens, but I needed one today, so I took one. The queen of no time has time. It has provided me with financial freedom to be able to do whatever I want whenever I want to do it. And I'm not talking about big, crazy, lavish things. I'm talking about throwing my daughter a birthday party that she will remember for the rest of her life. I'm talking about going on a vacation if I want to go on a vacation. I'm talking about being able to give back to others, to not have to stress out when I put gas in my car. It's not a real thing. That used to be me. The gas prices used to go up and I'd be like, oh crap, I'm going to put it on a credit card. Not anymore. It doesn't matter. It still shocks me, but it doesn't stress me out. To not have to stress about going to the grocery store, okay? Another big thing this business has given me is my Spark back. And I will tell you this from the mouth of my mother, okay? And rewind when I was telling you that we used to have nervous breakdowns in her house. And this is something that we realized the other day when we were on a live together. And to be a mom, I could only imagine what that must have been like for her. Horrible, right? Once this business got going, and once my sister and I were going and we were doing amazing things, my mom looked at me and she said, I was really worried about you. She said, after your dad died and then you quit your job and you guys were suffering with this business and all of this stuff, she goes, you lost that sparkle in your eye. And she says, I can see it. You have that sparkle back. So I will forever, ever, ever thank Monet Official from the top of my lungs. I will never, ever stop talking about it to say thank you for providing me with this opportunity. But I had to take it. You guys, I had to be the one that took it. This business has done so much. It's allowed my husband to cut ties with a very stressful business partner. He's always owned his own business, but he was able to cut ties with a stressful business partner and go out on his own and do his own thing. And he is flourishing. His business is flourishing. And he's home too. Today we were at home together working. I was upstairs. He was downstairs. And we started talking. We're like, should we go to Cabo for a few days? We're kind of tired. Like, what is that? Like, what is that life? We both went to her soccer practice. We both went out to dinner. Like, he's present too. But I have to tell you guys, one of the biggest things that this business has given me that I was not expecting and that you would never expect and you would never know until you are on the inside of this is the ability to make an impact in somebody else's life. It's not even about me anymore. It has nothing to do with me. Like nothing. To get messages from my customers, my VIP customers that are like, I am feeling so confident. Thank you for introducing me to this product. My hair is growing back. My hair isn't breaking off anymore. I feel so good. That feels good. To get messages from my team telling me that they can do things that they couldn't do before, that their car isn't going to get repossessed anymore, that they can go take a vacation with their family, or they paid off their debt, or whatever it might be. To be able to make that impact in somebody else's life is priceless. That's why I do what I do. That's why I keep doing it. That's why I will never shut up about it. And that's why I will forever encourage every single person to take a look at this opportunity and just freaking go for it. Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing. Maybe it's not about you. Look around you. Do you have somebody in your life that could use this? That could maybe use a side income, that could maybe use an amazing community, that could maybe use some self-development, that could maybe use like a life-changing opportunity? Don't make it about you. Don't be so scared about this that it stops you from being able to help the people that are in your life. Don't be afraid. There's no risk to this business. There is no risk. People join and 6 months later, they're like, I'm still waiting for the catch. There is no catch. But I'll tell you something. If you want to do this, you have to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. I made the decision to do it for myself and for my family. I make the decision every day to get up and do it. Every single day because I love it and because of the difference it's making in people's lives. You literally have to just go for it. Go back to the person that invited you to watch this and tell them, okay, let's just freaking do it. Let's do it. You have nothing to lose. And I'm telling you something. You sitting there watching is making you nothing. You sitting there watching is doing nothing to change your life. I didn't know I needed my life to change. I thought that my life was exactly how life is supposed to be. Stressful. Stress. Guess what? I don't have stress. I don't have stress in my life. Do you know how good that feels? There is another way, but you have to be the one that just goes for it. Stop being afraid. If I was afraid, I don't know where I'd be right now. My sister and I would be up to our eyeballs in inventory, out of business with no other option. I don't know where we would be. You have to make the decision to just go for it, to just do it. And I am so passionate about this because of what I see. It's not just me, you guys. It is not just me. There are so many people whose lives have been changed and impacted by this business. And it's not like any other business out there. It's Monet. It is the Monet effect. And I will forever be preaching this. I don't care. I am Sally Joe. I am the crazy shampoo lady. I am a loud, proud Monet girl because how can I not be? People are like, why are you so fired up and happy and excited about life all the time? I'm like, it's hard not to be when that's what you're surrounded by all day long. I'm serious. We're surrounded by that all day long. So whatever you need in your life, I truly believe that Monet can give it to you. And whatever reason you are giving yourself for the fact that you cannot do this business, whatever reason you're telling yourself you cannot do this business, you are wrong. I am here to tell you that you are wrong, okay? I didn't have time. I didn't have the money. I put it on a credit card. I was not a salesperson. I had no social media presence. I did not want to be that girl. I was afraid of what people were going to think about me. But you know what? I don't care anymore. Who cares? If I had given 2 F's about all of that stuff, I would not be here right now. Literally living my best life that I didn't even know was possible. But it is possible. And that's why we do this, because we are here to tell you that it is possible. So get off the fence. Go do something for yourself. Go do something that your future self is going to thank you for. And don't sit there, because I have news for you. Okay? We are going. I say this all the time. We're going. We're not stopping. We are only just now getting started. So whether you join us or not, we're going. So you can either join us or you can watch. But I highly suggest that you get off the fence and join us and just see. Because you could sit there and be like, what if this? What if I don't make a sale? What if I fail? What if people say things about me? Right? That's the wrong what ifs. What if I do make a sale? What if I do succeed? What if I do change my life? What if I do change somebody else's life? What if I earn the car? What if I earn the trips? What if I get time freedom, financial freedom? What if I get to pay off all that debt? What if you're thinking the wrong way? Look at the glass half full. Yes, I am an eternal optimist. But I'm telling you right now, you will never know. You will never know until you just give it a try. So I love you all. I'm sorry that this was a little bit emotional, but I get very heated. I get very emotional. I just get very passionate about this because I see what it can do. I love you all. Thank you for watching me. To my team, I'm nothing without you. And to everybody, thank you to Krista for saying yes, to Christina for saying yes. And that's what you guys don't get. If you say yes, it allows so many more people to say yes. I'm telling you, just freaking say yes, okay? All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much. Oh, I love all the hearts. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.